Welcome to June, everyone. This is Citrine, and this is going to be the June 2020 astrology report and zodiac messages. So, as usual, we start off with the astrology report. So, the full moon in June is going to be a full moon in Sagittarius, and it is happening on June 5th. Now, we have Mercury pre-shadow period starts on June 9th, and Mercury actually goes retrograde on the 18th. Okay. Now, we do have the sun moving into Cancer on June 20th. We have the new moon, which is going to be a solar eclipse on June 21st. Okay, that's also Father's Day. Now, we have Neptune going retrograde on June 23rd, and then we have Venus moving direct on the 25th. And we finish the month off with Mars entering Aries on the 27th. Okay, now looking at this week, this is going to be the forecast from May 31st through June 6th. Okay, so on the 2nd of June, we have Venus in a square to Mars. This is going to be a day where whatever is bubbling up inside of you, like whatever passion you have inside of you, it is going to be very hard to control it. Venus in a square to Mars, you're looking at the feminine versus the masculine, and they're in a square, so they're not in too much of a great aspect to one another. So you might be battling back and forth just internally, or just with your significant other. But it is going to be a day where you actually feel the passions bubbling up inside of you, and some of you might have trouble expressing those passions. Okay, that can even we can even look at sex for that. You might feel sexual tension with others. Overall, it's going to be a very passionate day. Okay, now on June 3rd, we have the sun in a conjunction to Venus. Okay, so this is going to be a day where you notice a lot of people are feeling very charming, very chivalrous. You might find that more people are opening the doors for others and giving compliments, things of that nature. So overall, it should be a great day. Now on the 5th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Uranus. Remember, Uranus is the planet that deals with surprise. Mercury is the planet that's basically about communication. So you might hear a surprise communication from someone. You might hear some surprising news on that day. And also, this is a day where you can expect sudden changes. Like if you have plans to go to store A, you might find yourself at store B, just surprisingly. Now, that is also the day of the full moon, okay? And it is a full moon in Sagittarius, and it is a lunar eclipse. Remember, eclipses usually eclipse something out of your life, okay? This is the time of year with the full moon in Sagittarius. You would normally be going to a lot of graduations around this time, and people will be receiving awards and things of that nature. But this is a great time to finish up studies, because remember, the full moon is a great time for endings. It is a great time for things to come to culmination. Now, on the 6th, we have another square. We have the sun in a square to Mars, okay? So this might be a day where you notice a lot of people are kind of hot-headed, okay? So everybody take it easy around that time. Now let's get into the zodiac messages. And this week I am using the Sedona Tarot deck. Look at how beautiful that is. This is a picture that was taken in Sedona. That's why I named the deck Sedona Tarot. So as usual, we start off with Aries. What is in store for Aries this week? Aries. Ooh, Aries. A lot of Aries might have a sudden revelation about something. Excuse me. A lot of Aries might have a sudden revelation. or a sudden surprise this week, okay? This is the Tower card. And a lot of times the Tower card, it represents revelation for some people, destruction for other people, sudden changes, okay? So that's what Aries has to look forward to this week. Excuse me. Now, let's move on to Taurus. What is in store for Taurus this week? Taurus, what is in store? Taurus. What do you have, Taurus? Okay. So Taurus, this week, some of you Taurus might just feel like you are stuck. Like you might be working on a project and you might feel like you're just stuck on a certain aspect of that project, okay? So your task this week, Taurus, is to find a way to move forward, okay? Find a way to move forward from that feeling of being stuck or feeling like you are stagnant, okay? That was for Taurus. Now, let's move on to Gemini. What is in store for Gemini for the week of May 31st through June 6th? Gemini. Gemini is going to be a great week this week. You are going to feel very enthusiastic and full of ideas. You're going to be full of ideas, Gemini. Okay? So, it's going to be a great week for Geminis. Moving on to Cancer. Oh, the wind just picked up outside. All right, Cancer. What is in store for Cancer? Cancer. Oh, Cancer, you have just this week, some of you Cancers are going to feel very optimistic, very free, very just ready to go off and experience new things, okay? For most Cancers. Now, other Cancers are going to be maybe so ready to experience something new that you might do something a little irrational this week, Cancer. So watch out for that. But overall, it should be a great week because you are going to be full of optimism. That is for Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Wow, that one just fell out for Leo. Wow, Leo, you have the Ace of Wands this week. Okay, so a lot of Leos are going to be filled with new ideas. A lot of Leos are going to be taking initiatives on a lot of new things this week. So it is going to be a great week for Leos. That is awesome. You have the Ace of Wands, Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. What is in store for Virgo? Virgo, you have the High Priestess card. So Virgos are going to be in deep thought. A lot of Virgos are going to be in deep thought this week. So pay attention to your dreams. Follow your intuition this week, Virgo. Because you have a lot of unconscious or subconscious forces working with you this week. Okay, so pay attention to your dreams, your intuition. Follow your gut this week, Virgo. Let's move on to Libra. What is in store for Libra? Wow, that one just fell out. Libra, you have 3 cards that fell out this week. Okay, let's see. So Libra. So this is saying that for a lot of Libras this week, you're going to be taking initiative slowly on something this week, okay? You have the ideas are there. However, it feels like a lot of you won't have the energy to put behind the ideas that are coming in your head. So you will be taking initiative. It will be a great week. However, you're going to be taking action slowly towards your goals, okay? But you will, because you have the Ace of Wands also, so you will be taking initiative. However, this Prince of Wands is reversed, so it tells me that you will be taking initiative. However, the initiative will, you will be taking your time taking the initiative. Let's put it like that. That was for Libra. Now, let's move on to Scorpio. What is in store for Scorpio this week? Scorpio, for the week of May 31st through June 6th. Scorpio, you have the Strength card. So Scorpio is going to be a great week. You are going to feel very courageous. You are going to be filled with compassion. You will have faith in the things that are happening in your life. So it's going to be a great week for Scorpio. Now let's move on to Sagittarius. What is in store for Sagittarius? Sagittarius, what's in store? Sagittarius, let's see, what do you have? Okay, so Sagittarius, you have the Prince of Cups. It is reversed. When it is reversed, it can deal with the fact that you might be hiding your emotions this week, Sagittarius, okay? So if you find yourself holding back on your emotions, you might just want to check with, do an internal check. Am I hiding emotions where I should be expressing my emotions? Okay, ask yourself that this week, Sagittarius. Okay, let's move on to Capricorn. What is in store for Capricorn this week? Capricorn. Ooh, Capricorn. You have the Two of Cups. It is reversed. So this can denote that some Capricorns might get into a disagreement with a loved one this week. Okay, you might get into a disagreement. You might be having a little bit of separation in love, things of that nature. Okay, that is for some Capricorns. Now, for other Capricorns, this is going to be upright. You're going to be filled with love and loving situations. But for some Capricorns, this is saying that you will have sort of like a disruption in love. The love energy in your life could possibly be disrupted this week. That is for Capricorn. Now, let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius. What is in store for Aquarius? Aquarius. Okay. So Aquarius, I forgot what sign had this same card. This is the Fool card. So Aquarius, you are going to be optimistic this week. However, you might be overly optimistic this week, okay? So just stay optimistic, but also think about the realistic side of every decision that you will be making this week. That is for Aquarius. Let's finish everything off with Pisces. Pisces. What's in store for Pisces this week? Pisces, you have the Lovers card this week. Okay, now it is reversed. For some Pisces, it is going to be reversed, which means that you might find yourself having a separation in love. You might find yourself battling, the male versus the female side of yourself, because a lot of times the Lovers card deals with inner balance also. Okay, it can deal with a physical lover, another, having good relations with your lover, and it can also point to the inner workings. Okay, so you have the Lovers card. It is reversed. So make sure that you are chemically balanced. Make sure that you are emotionally balanced this week. That is for Pisces. So that has been the zodiac messages for each sign. And if anyone would like to book a private reading with me, you can email me at citrinechaka@gmail.com, or you can send me a message through Facebook. Okay, so until next week, everyone, enjoy your week.